Gotta love the donkey hee-haw.
Uh-huh. It's like we got a long-eared uprising going on.
I hope you guys got to hear that. Welcome back to Training Wild Burros with Mary Jo. And we have Shaggy back out. We worked with his feet, and then he had an hour or 2 hour break. And now we're going to introduce a saddle and possibly a pack, over the saddle pack, pack saddle.
A
Also,
pannier. Over the saddle pannier.
Thank you, Dan. So we have not ever introduced a saddle to him or a saddle pad. So to start off with, if he looks at this, he gets a reward. He gets oats. And then here, like he's focused on the oats. He's not focused on the pad. That's fine. So I'm going to show it. You see how he's not reacting at all. I'm going to touch his back with it. Deep. He gets oats again. And if he's not reacting, we can just move right along with this. But if he was nervous about any of the steps that I had done so far, then we would slow down.
He seems pretty cool so far.
Yeah. So I'm just going to put this up there and take it off. I think I saw him lower his head just a tad when I put it up there.
He does seem to be a little bit cold back because when I do this, he still cringes down a little bit. See that?
Mm-hmm.
We'll work through that. Yeah.
All right. So now I'm going to put it up here again. What I'm looking for, guys, is for him to tense up, lower his head, pin his ears, pick up his feet, any kind of reaction. He doesn't care. So as long as he's comfortable with this, I'm just going to put it on him.
Nope.
And I'm going to let it rub.
You're a little uncomfortable.
Yep. A little nervous. Anything you do on one side, you want to do on the other. So it's very important that you practice all of this stuff on both sides of them. I would say he's pretty comfortable over here.
Set it on there and step away. We're good.
So now that we did it on his right side, we're going to do it on his left side.
Now, it wasn't that he wasn't paying attention or didn't know it was there. If you notice, both of his ears were back. He was watching that pad on his back. Now, Mary Jo, on the other side of him, the other half of the brain has to see this pad for the first time now. And this left side is a lot more jumpy than the other side. This is why it's so important to work both sides of these animals.
See how he's completely moving away, checking it out, very nervous.
Come back on the other side, show how calm he is on the other side. This side of the donkey could care less. He's like, does it have oats on it? We come to this side, and it's a 3-alarm fire. Oh my gosh.
So because he's nervous on this side, we're going to introduce it slowly.
Yep.
If he looks at it deep, he would get oats.
Yep. It's amazing how different he is on each side.
Look at him just
Oh my gosh.
drop his head deep. And then I'm going to back away, take off that pressure. See if he'll look at it again. Deep. I'm going to back away.
Good boy.
I'm moving away to release that pressure for him. My goal is that he doesn't need to move away from me. I'm going to come back again. Deep. I'm not coming super close to him yet because I can tell that he's still pretty on high alert. Deep.
And we're getting there.
We're getting a little bit closer each time.
We're just down to a 2-alarm fire now. There we go.
I'm going to see if he's going to smell it this time. He's very focused on the oats. So now he doesn't care. Oh, there, he just noticed it. I'm going to back up.
And he was cool about it. Yeah.
I'm going to come back by his neck now. Oh, he started to back away. I'm not going to keep advancing on him then.
And he's pretty nervous of that.
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to do a 180 so
Yeah,
his,
so that's
got
it.
his scary side to the camera. Come on, bud. There we go.
Velma's going to come. Try to get in the camera. You can go. We don't want you right now. There we go. All right, so now we're back on his left side, his scary side, and I'm just going to advance and retreat. Advance, retreat. I'm going to advance, and I'm going to retreat. My goal is that he doesn't need to move. Advance, retreat. And this same process can be used for a halter, saddle, anything new. Boy, I got pretty close to him that time.
Yeah, this is going to go quickly.
Touched him with it. He took a step back with one leg.
Blocking the camera.
Just
ready? There we go. Put it right on him.
now, so it didn't take him very long to get over that.
Yeah. I mean, he's come 100 years in 2 minutes.
So if he's nervous about it, I'm not going to open this up and put it on him all the way right away. I'm going to do it in half. When he's comfortable with that, I'll open it up. The bigger it is, the scarier it is.
See, I didn't stop him from going.
We want all of this to be a good experience for him.
Really? I'm like, she's going to have to touch you, and then you can have more. There you go. There we go.
I'm going to retreat. Advance and retreat.
See how the big trigger was when you opened it up and it doubled in size.
It's very important while we're doing this that our energy is low.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they're kind of like a mirror of us.
And he wants to know why you're holding a murder blanket. What is that? Oh. I don't know about that.
I'm going to come up over him and then just retreat. Now, when he backed up, I don't need to keep coming towards him. I'm just going to let him be. Did you guys see him lean away? There he leaned again.
Took
But
a
he's
step towards it.
curious.
That was
He's
good.
curious.
That was good.
He's leaning. If he's leaning, that's my first sign that he's not ready for more. Leaning.
He's curious.
Let's look at it. Oh, look at him getting curious.
Yeah, you did a good job looking at it.
I'm going to touch him with
There
it.
we go.
I'm going to retreat.
Something Mary Jo and I both saw, I want to point out, is about 20 seconds ago, before that last handful of green, he got proactive and he advanced on that blanket. Something happened there. His comfort level is increasing. So that was really a big step.
He even leaned a little bit there. I mean, there he flinched his belly. I saw his belly flinch. His belly flinched.
Go ahead and open it up again. That's when it gets scary.
Wow. Scary saddle
No
pad.
big deal, man. It's just a blanket. You looked at it, not scared. Okay, go ahead and advance on him. There's a good boy. Look at that. And you're still alive. Yeah, you're still alive.
He's almost out of the camera, Dan. He's right on the very edge.
Get ready to stick it on him. In the camera still?
Yeah.
Okay.
We almost should move so the light's not shining so much. So there, he was backing up. If I just throw it on him, that might not go very well.
He can go if he wants to. I'm not stopping him. I got it. He can go if he wants to. You know, he's realizing there's really no need to go. That's all. You burn calories for nothing, my man. There you go. That was pretty good. Now, while Mary Jo is doing this, you notice I'm pretty generous with the oats. There's a method to that madness. He's not being bribed to do something. He's being rewarded for the correct behavior. If you get into a habit of bribing your donkey to get something done, the donkey's going to do a good job of training you. So he's got to do the work, and then he gets paid. He doesn't get paid in advance.
What is asked of him before he gets the oat reward will change as he gains comfort with different things.
Those payday's coming from that pad on top. There you go, buddy. Payday right there. Payday. Yeah.
There, he didn't back up that time. That might have been his best.
He's a weirdo. He loves getting his lower lip massage when you're feeding him. Yeah. You know what? There you go. One more time, bud. Look at that. Look at that. Go ahead and sit there. Go ahead and oat him up good. There's a good boy. Look at that lower lip. He's like, oh, God, that feels so good. Itch my lower lip. Oh, yeah. You are a character, little man.
All right, so now that we have the saddle pad on him, we can start to introduce the saddle. Now, when I'm introducing a saddle, I really like to use, I have this treeless saddle. It's
Weighs
light.
about 5 pounds.
So I'm going to, again, keep my energy very calm. And the reason it's nice to use a light saddle is you might be throwing it on their back 1,000 times before they're comfortable. And when that happens,
You don't want to be struggling with a heavy saddle because you're struggling. If you're a smaller person dealing with a 30 or 40-pound saddle, it kind of comes across as you're nervous or insecure.
now what I just did is I put the stirrup and the cinch into my hand. And that way when I'm swinging it over to start with, I'm not having to readjust things.
You gave it a sniff. That was a good job. Look at you. Look at you.
Advance and retreat.
Look at that.
Very good job.
Look at you. You did. That's good. You get paid for that. Man, tonight when he writes in his diary, he's going to talk about the big day he had. They tied a leg up. They made me wear things.
Do you want to turn him now so his right side is facing the camera?
Yep.
I'll do that side also.
Here, bud.
Now he hasn't seen it with this eye yet. Keeping my energy low.
Okay, bud, you can go. You can go. You gave it a good sniff.
Okay, now I just have the wrong side up on my hand here. I'm going to put this stirrup up, and then I'm going to hang on to it. And that way when I put it on them, it's just nice and simple. When we're first introducing this, I don't want to rodeo.
Hey, bud. Let's get that saddle. That saddle up there. Look at you. You're like a real donkey.
Like a real donkey wearing a...
Ooh, that strap came down, whacked him in the side. He didn't care. Now look at his ears. Look where his ears are. He's got full radar on everything on his back.
Are you a good boy, huh?
I think now he can get paid because he's putting up with it real well.
Now, when you're dealing with an animal that might kick, and he might kick, you can use a rope or something to grab that cinch to keep yourself safe. So I'm going to try to stick this down here. I can't see the cinch.
Yeah, I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah, that'll work good. So if you're...
I'm just going to swing it.
Yeah, my hand is down here. Got it. All right, so the reason that's nice is I don't want to put my head down there and get kicked in the head when I try to put this cinch onto him. Again, this is Shaggy's first time with a saddle. The last one who wore this was Velma, and she's a lot bigger than he is. Oh my.
Shaggy is just a little guy with a big, don't tell him that. He thinks he's big. You good boy, huh? You're wearing a saddle.
Okay, so I'm tightening the cinch up some. So we're now at a spot where it's not going to fall off. And we can have him walk around a little bit with this. Wonder if I can tighten it up on the other side.
Yeah, you got some holes over there.
Oh gosh, I do.
We put more holes in over there.
All right, I'm going to loosen this and then tighten it up on the other side because this is just way too big for Shaggy.
So he's very alert. I'm not seeing any signs that he's at overload yet.
But you're being a good boy, aren't you?
He's alert. He's paying attention. This might fall under the category of work. And it might be hard for some people to hear, but donkeys love to work.
I'm keeping my knees away from his back legs in case he gets upset.
Look at you. You're working.
Oh, dear.
You're working.
There. Oh, that's all the way tight now. Nice. He didn't respond. He didn't kick at me. That's all just beautiful. Now, I don't really like to ride donkeys with this treeless saddle. I think that it's better to have a regular saddle with the bars. But I do really like this for teaching them how to wear a saddle. All right. Now, once they're wearing a saddle and they start to move around, they might find this kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Okay, so Shaggy is wearing his saddle, and when they get the most nervous is when they're turning because they feel it tighten up on themselves, and they don't always appreciate that. So this is Shaggy's first time being led around with a saddle. He is absolutely rocking it. Velma's jealous. She's already worn a saddle.
I'm going to work on some of his comfort level. Okay? I mean, I worked with him a little bit earlier on this. We're going to get him his little Shaggy trick. He's going to come on around. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Wait.
Give him time to think about it. There you go. Come on, man. Good job. Good for you. Come on in here. Get yourself some pay. There you go. That was a good job. Yeah, that was a good job. He never was alarmed. He was just like, not really sure what I'm supposed to do. So if you just take your time, keep your energy low.
See him back up. He's
And right now
nervous
he's like,
right
I don't
now.
know. Why are we doing this, huh? It's a nice stiff rope. I'm not going to put it down by his feet just yet. There we go. Come on, buddy. Come on around. Come on, Shags.
He's
Look at
following
you. You're like a real donkey. Yeah, with a job.